to start out by saying that nothing really happened off the field wise these 4 days leading up to the game. Well, except maybe Jalen Rieger running his mouth on Twitter again, but that was about it. The good news is this was a short week. The bad news is this was a short week. The even worse news is we were going up against Tom Brady, the quarterback we beat to win our first Super Bowl, who got the last laugh every year ever since. The next year, went back and won. The year after that, beat us in our own building. The year after that, won another Super Bowl with a brand new team. But what about this year? Well, Tampa gets the ball first to start the game, and they march down the field with pretty much no resistance whatsoever to score the first points of the game. O.J. Howard, he was left wide the fuck open on that touchdown. But the Eagles answered back with a touchdown of their own. Granted, we got some help from the officials, but that was a blatant PI. And that led to a touchdown by Zach Ertz. I'm like, all right, cool. So far, so good. But Tampa answers with another touchdown. Defense looking exactly the same as it did the last drive. This time a touchdown to Antonio Brown. I'm like, this game's going to go the exact how I think it's going to go, isn't it? We're going to have to keep answering back. They're just going to keep scoring touchdowns, and we're just going to have to try to match Brady. It's just not going to happen. And our offense did nothing with the ball to answer, and it's like, oh no. This game's going to get put out of reach, isn't it? But the defense gets a stop. Yeah, our offense gets a touchdown. The defense allows a touchdown in return. Our offense can't get anything going, and then the defense makes a stop. Funny how that works. Although on that 4th and 2, Tampa probably could have gone for it and gotten the first down easily. But I don't know. Tampa, I guess, decided to take pity on us with how our defense looked the first 2 drives. But unfortunately, the Eagles can't really get anything going. I mean, the Eagles get another stop after that with an interception that I believe should have stood, but I thought his hand was under it, so it should have stood, but what are you going to do? How do we respond to this on offense? Jalen Hurts overthrows Quez Watkins and throws a really awful pick. It's like, oh man, come on. These are the throws you have to make. Although, I don't know how much I can really pin on him. I mean, his coaching staff is just not really doing him many favors because they're underutilizing the running game. I mean, I get that Tampa has one of the best run defenses in the league, if not the best. But you got to at least try to run on him. Maybe you'll find some success. Maybe you'll luck out. But if you don't run on them just because, they're going to respect you even less. And it showed with how they answered back with another TD. I mean, although I'm willing to cut the coaching staff a little bit of slack because, especially with the reports going around that they have to call the games with more voices in their head than Randy Orton listening to a cappella. But I don't know. Although Brady did eventually throw a reckless pick, but we couldn't take advantage of it, and we were down 21-7. It's just not looking good. I mean, we did get this ball to start the second half, but we didn't do shit with it. Tampa eventually went down the field and scored another TD to make it 28-7. It's like, ugh. It's gotten ugly. The Eagles' offense just couldn't get anything going. The defense did better than I thought they would do. The defense actually exceeded my expectations. But then again, Tampa was kind of beating themselves on offense. It just seems like Tampa was literally trying to hand us opportunities and we just weren't taking them. But eventually, we got on the board again. Granted, we got help with another PI call, but fuck it, we'll take it. So we get another touchdown. And hey, we make a stop on defense again. Eagles get into the 30-yard line, and once again, the ugly-ass play calling rears its equally ugly-ass head, and we have to go for a field goal, and Jake Elliott misses. I'm pretty sure this was his first miss of the year, so I'm not going to crap on him too much, but it's like, come on, you got to make that. Granted, again, the crappy play calling put us in that position to begin with. But again, we were able to score another touchdown. We were able to eventually get within 6. We went for the 2-point conversion, which I didn't really agree with, but it's like, if we don't get it, this is not going to be good. If we do get it, man, we can get a game-winning touchdown if we get the ball back. But that is if we get the ball back. So we're down by 6 with some minutes left. All right. The defense just needs to get a stop, and we got a chance to win this. Maybe averted another disaster. But then again, this is Tom Brady we're talking about. Ain't no way in hell he was going to let this happen. Although there was a bullshit taunting penalty that did us absolutely no favors. By far the weakest penalty I've ever seen. By far the weakest penalty in any sport. It's like, come the fuck on. Trash talking is part of the game. But eventually, Brady gets a clutch throw to Antonio Brown to seal our fate. It's like, probably would have been nice if we were able to take advantage of early opportunities. I mean, like I said before, it felt like Tampa was literally trying to gift wrap opportunities to us, and we just couldn't take it. We just weren't taking it. But who knows how things would have really turned out? I mean, we probably could have had a lead by that point, and it would not have been big enough to seal our victory, and perhaps we would have given Brady too much time left. There's a lot of ways this could have turned out. I mean, yeah, we probably could have scored points when we didn't, but again, Tampa probably could have went for it on that 4th and 2. They probably could have went for it multiple times on those 4th and short situations. I felt like they could have gotten those easily, because that's how piss poor our short yardage defense is. That's how shit our defense is as a whole. But it's also how good Brady is. Best to ever do it. I don't care what anybody says. Really disappointing, but it could have it could have been a lot worse. Not that that's really going to make anybody feel a whole hell of a lot better, but some of the successes we were able to have in this game, this team's got to build off of going into Oakland, especially with the whole John Gruden debacle. Which, to that, I have to say this. How come John Gruden is being thrown into the fire, yet Dan Snyder's still going to get off scot-free? Hashtag expose the contradiction to the maximum degree. Shout out to my boy Maj Toure, who's another Philadelphia guy. Anyway, I'm about to run out of space on this, so really sucks. Losing sucks. It's never fun, but what are you going to do? You expected me to get angry? Sorry, not going to happen. You're just going to have to deal with it.